Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back. And do you want to... We realize that we have a bunch of canola that we can sell during this canola stock craze. You're doing the last swath of that right now, right?
Yeah, so I can do that once I grab this last little bit up. Oh, I poured a bit off the field, so be warned.
No! I'll get it. Ugh.
You saying stock reminded me of Snapchat's stock crashing today.
Wait, the Snapchat stock crashed?
Well, it was down 30% this morning.
Really? I had read an article that said Snapchat was upset because they were gaining at a less rate than they anticipated.
Yeah, they only had a 5% user growth in the last quarter. And they, I didn't quite understand what I was reading. I was skimming it. Wasn't like paying real close attention to what I was reading, but it was saying something about they had to pay out $2 billion this last quarter for something stock related. I don't know if it can't be dividends. I don't think they've been publicly traded very long, so I'm not really exactly sure what the $2 billion they had to pay out for. But even so, that's that's on their budget report. So with that, in total, they lost $2,188 million in the last quarter.
That seems like a lot of money.
yeah. It
does still baffle me how they became so popular for the everyday casual user.
It's because you're not a teen in high school.
Are you kidding? Yeah, you're right. I'm not a teen in high school, but that was like Badge was constantly trying to get me to download Snapchat because he wanted to use Snapchat whenever we were at like conventions.
But you know why he started using Snapchat, right?
Because he could send dick pics that would only last for a couple of seconds. Like
no, because Pyro
started using it.
Because Pyro got him doing it.
And
Pyro is the
besides the fact that you can't see it for more than like you can set the timer and how long it's available. How is it different than any other messaging platform?
It's not. I mean, they have all those filters, so ugly girls can look beautiful. Me and you can look like beautiful women too.
So I can look like a beautiful woman that you can only see for a couple seconds.
Yeah, but I mean, you can always just take pictures of the picture too. It's not like
that's true. I know the whole thing when it came out is you could take like the screenshots of your phone.
So they fixed that, but if your phone's unlocked or jailbroke or whatever, you can. I guess you can on Android too.
And then there was like one of the first companies that, like, I guess for whatever reason Snapchat wasn't only available through like the Play Store or the iPhone store. It was available through these third-party retailers as well. And it turned out that one of the third-party retailers was like saving all of the, the logs of the, pictures and messages and all that stuff, and they weren't supposed to be.
Yeah.
Remember that whole thing.
I don't understand. I don't know. I don't understand why some of these are publicly traded in the first place.
Like Snapchat?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it would just give you. You think it makes you more money or something in the end, right?
I mean, I know that is why, but I mean, it just seems like a weird. Like, who's buying Snapchat stock? I mean, I thought...
I own all the Snapchat stock. I'm the propriety shareholder of Snapchat.
I was surprised that whenever Facebook went public, and then it did really poorly, and I was like, yeah, it makes sense. But it's actually way up this year. I was looking at it the other day, and they've had a great year so far. Like, so apparently I was way wrong about Facebook and should have bought some Facebook stock.
I don't even understand why Facebook exists anymore. I don't know. I miss MySpace and Friendster. I'm kidding, I really don't, but I still don't understand why Facebook is as popular as it is at this point anymore. I get it why it was back in its day, but I think there's so many other like platforms that people use instead.
I mean, I don't know. I think that, I don't know. Everyone I know that uses Facebook use a lot of Facebook.
Well, I wish they would go back to what it used to be then, and it was just like the wall posts, the messenger, and that was pretty much it. Like, not the news feed, the videos,
That's not how they make money.
I don't care about them making money. I'm caring about what I want out of the experience. Okay, I got this field as much as I could, but unfortunately, I got 3,359 out of 4,000 sitting in my baler.
Well, you can start, I guess, cultivating the next field and then get more from it over there. God, this field that you planted over here is a clusterfuck.
No.
It really is. Well, I'm not talking about what you did, like its growth rate. So there is a giant strip down the center.
The growth rates. Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, it's probably because it was on 120 while you were planting. So like.
Oh, is that like part of it already withered and dead?
I don't know if it's withered or not, but it definitely is grown.
Oops, completely missed.
Jesus, this field over here is humongous.
Which field are you looking at?
5. Wonder how much it costs. Let me get out and go check. I think we're growing some corn or something over here. How do you see? With your eyes. Oh man! Woohoo!
How much is it?
$1 million.
Okay, just a cool build.
I've got a traffic jam out here. I just stopped in the middle of the street and all these cars just stopped behind me.
I'm gonna see if we can pick this thing up with the pallet fork. Oh my god, we can.
I think you can pick up anything if you get it, if you do it right.
I just stabbed it.
Oh.
Stabby,
really?
stabby.
Interesting. Well, I guess we need to lease the thing that lets us haul it.
Yeah. Do we know what lets us haul? I was just gonna put one in the back of the pickup.
You're not taking this all. Here's the gas station. Can I just fill up?
I mean, you might be able to.
I can.
Those problems are now solved.
Still got the same 2 cars stuck behind me. They're just in the street. Alright, nice. They got a car wash here? They don't. If I can go inside and get like a Snickers bar.
No, get in. Yes! I got a bale in the back of the pickup. See if I can get another one in there.
So I think I mentioned I started taking my daughter to swim classes. I think I told you about this.
Yeah, you said you were going to swim class with her.
Well, so it was kind of weird. Like, there's several things that are weird about it, in fact. The first off, like, I signed up, I switched gyms because the swim class is at a different gym. And I wish I had been going to the other gym all along because it's way better anyways. For one thing, they have 2 pools. They have multiple levels, of course, and like the first level is from like up to ages 3, but they also say that they'll move you around based on your skill level. And so my daughter's not a swim at all, basically. And she's scared of going underwater and all these things. And so I told them that, and they were like, well, you know, the instructor will put her wherever she needs to be. And so then, like, the first day when I take her there to go to the swim class, like, I go to the front desk, I'm like, here for swim lessons. She's like, oh yeah, just go back to the pool. And so my first thing that's weird is that you have to go through the locker rooms to get to the pools. And so I have to take her through the men's locker room with all these 50-year-old dicks swinging to get to the pool.
So I don't think it's weird that the locker rooms are the way to the pool, but I never thought about taking the little girl through the locker room to get there, since every old man for some reason does decide that they have to have their penis swinging all over the place in the locker room.
Yeah, I don't get it. I mean, I feel like there should be another way. Like, you shouldn't be forced to go through a locker room to get, like, I don't know. To me, that's just weird. But it is what it is. I just told her to put her hands over her eyes when we walk through. We get there the first day, and I go like at the front desk. I'm like, "So how's it all work?" And they're like, "Oh, just go back there. You know, you'll figure it out, basically." And I'm I'm not good with like situations where I have to figure it out. Anyways, I like to know like ahead of time what to expect and when to expect it and all that shit. So I was already like, oh, this is the worst. So I get back there and try to figure it out. And basically, I talked to the one of the instructors I see because there was another class at 5:30 before this one. I talked to her and she's like, oh yeah, this is the class or whatever. And I tell her, I'm like, well, she doesn't meet any of these requirements to do the main the next level, which is basically like can swim like 2 or 3 feet and like all these things, goes underwater fine, all these things, like, and she didn't do any of those things. So I tell her that and she's like, oh no, that's what she'll learn here. And I'm like, okay, well, she doesn't want to go underwater until she's ready and all this. And I'd promised her she wouldn't have to go underwater until she's ready. And so yeah, that was one of the things where like she wasn't going to be okay if she did. So the first, like, it's 3 days a week, and the first 3 times we've gone, it's been fine. But then today they had a new guy there, and at the end they always get out of the pool and they jump in, basically, to teach them like how to jump, to feel okay jumping in the pool. And he was dunking the kids underwater as they jumped in, like whenever they grab them. And I walked over to the woman teacher that was like helping each kid get in line. I was like, she doesn't want to go underwater. And then my daughter tells the man, I don't want to go underwater. And he proceeds to dunk her underwater.
Ooh.
Yeah. And well, see, I wasn't standing there anymore. I'd gone and sat back down after I told the woman teacher she didn't want to go underwater. And so then she starts crying and freaking the fuck out because she got water in her nose, and she already said she didn't want to go underwater, so she felt like she'd been like betrayed, basically. And so the 2 women come over and they're like trying to tell her, oh, this is fine, this is how you learn and everything. And I was like, well, I told you she didn't want to go underwater, and she told you she didn't want to go underwater. And so now you've lost her trust. If you expect her to have trust in you, next time she comes here, she's not going to have it. You shouldn't force kids to do things they don't want to do. Let them go at their own pace. I was pretty pissed.
I can see that.
But here's the other thing too. Like, it's $88 a month, and you go back there to the place where it all happens, and they don't ask you anything. Like, it is the honor system all the way around. Like, you're just there. You could have just brought her without. Yeah, like, not only that, I don't even scan my gym badge when I walk in because I'm not technically going to the gym. I just walk past the front and go straight back to the pool area with her. So I don't even need a gym membership. I could just be walking in this fucking place and taking her to the swim class.
You should try that at a different gym. See what happens. I don't know what trailer to buy because I don't know where the trailers are.
It was under the Baling technology.
It was under I didn't look under the Baling technology. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot that it was there though. Here we go. $12,000 trailer. Should we just buy it, or should we lease it?
I thought we were gonna be doing a lot of the Baling. I guess buy it. Why not?
Try to see if there's a better one. Yeah, there's just the one. So okay, $12,000, Bale trailer, and buy. We bought it.
That lagged me out. Buying that, I could spawn it in the world.
It lagged me out too. You should see where are you at right now? Are you still selling that stuff?
Yeah, I'm on the way back.
I want you to see my pickup truck first.
All right.
Because you can see where I had a different bale in this pickup truck.
All right.
That's no longer in the pickup truck. So on sale is a bale spike. It's only $570, which is only 5% off. But should we buy the bale spike?
I guess maybe it works easier.
Yeah, I don't know. It's only $570, so I can't see how it's really that big of a problem.
Yeah.
So
I wonder if there's bigger, whatever this thing is called that's attached to my thing right now that I'm hauling the stuff to sell for in. Those words.
The cultivator?
No, the hauler.
God dang it! God dang it!
The thing that we put.
I was looking off the side of the screen at something, and I literally drove over top of a bale and almost flipped the trailer over.
I wasn't paying attention. Just ran head first into a car. The thing we haul stuff to sell in.
Oh, that trailer, whatever it's called. I got you. So about the swim class though, so what are you gonna do?
I don't know. I don't know what to do. Like, this hasn't been a problem until the new teacher guy was there today, and I know she's not going to let him touch her again. Like when it comes to like jumping in the pool, I know that she's not going to be cool with that.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is it something that's now scared her, or did it actually help? But if it actually scared her, then
yeah, I think they took a step backwards basically by doing that. Because like that was her biggest fear, and I'd reassured her a million times that she did not need to worry, that they wouldn't do anything that she didn't want them to do, and everything was gonna be fine, and it'd go at her pace and all this. And then I mean, I don't know, definitely not what happened.
How did you learn how to swim?
So my dad threw me in the pool when I was like 3 months old, and I never had trouble swimming.
At 3 months old?
Apparently, all babies can swim. Did you know that?
I did not, but I'm gonna throw my kid in the bathtub now.
But no, seriously. Apparently, babies are born just knowing how to swim. They instinctively float, basically.
That's not exactly swimming.
Okay, well they know how to float. All babies know how to float. But I was just always, I mean, I don't remember learning how to swim. I just feel like I always knew, basically. So it must have happened at such a young age, I don't remember it.
See, I
know we lived at an apartment when I was first born, and I guess I learned there. I don't know. I never, like, took classes. I just knew.
I remember when I couldn't swim, and then I remember learning how to swim, but I basically learned because my parents got a pool when I was young, and
yeah.
I remember learning from that. Oh, there it is. And we never took lessons, though we did take a lot of swimming lessons actually in our lives, but it was after we knew how to swim, and I don't understand the point of them now that I think back to it, because we were always like, my sister and I, we always got moved up to the advanced swim classes, because we were, for our age, we knew how to swim way better than anybody else in our age bracket. It's because we grew up with a pool. I mean, it's victims of circumstance, go to the victim, the white guy with the pool in the middle class neighborhood, but I'm trying to figure out, like, how do I teach a child to swim, because I do want my kid to be able to swim, and I just don't know the best way to do it without, but I don't know if there's a need to go to swim classes, but I don't have a pool, so.
Well, my problem has been how stubborn she is, and like I thought I could teach her how to swim, basically. Like, I mean, there's been plenty of times where I've like rented a room at like a hotel in Raleigh or something just to go and use their pool. And like every summer we'd always buy like those cheap Walmart pools that, like, they're like
the inflatable ones. Or are you talking like a kiddie pool? You just throw a kiddie
No,
pool
like the
outside.
ones that are big enough that were like, whenever you stood it, like if you got in, it would go up like past your waist a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But not like one of the ones that had like the siding that you actually put up and expect it to be there the next year, sort of thing. But I thought I could teach her, but like she just freaks out like when you try to teach her how to float or anything like that. And so I finally decided that she would take better instruction from a stranger than she would from me, because she's expecting me to just let her like say no to these sort of things. So I mean, to some degree, I think it's good that she got dunked.
Because it's not you doing the dunking.
Yeah, but honestly, the very first class, the woman had her floating on her back, and she'll never let me teach her how to do this. So she already was letting that woman show her things that she wouldn't let me do. But the difference in today, if he'd been honest with her, told her he was going to dunk her, she could have at least like put her fucking hands over her nose or something, like closed her nose so she didn't get a nose full. Like she probably inhaled even out of the shock of the whole thing. Like, I don't know, the whole thing just kind of upsets me. It's like, that's how you get pneumonia, isn't it?
So, well, I mean, if you inhale the water into your lungs, yeah, that is a good way to get pneumonia. I guess that's another question. When you swim, do you have to hold your nose if you go upside down?
Upside down?
Like if
like
you
on your
went
back?
Upside down, no, in the water. If you, some people go underwater and they hold their nose shut with their hand. They physically have to hold their nose shut with their hand.
No.
I don't either. No. Because I've learned how to breathe out my nose when I'm going in a way that the water would come up. But I know so many people who literally have to hold their nose shut.
Yeah.
And I always was like, wait, you're like a really good swimmer. And you can't do this thing that I feel is like this basic task, but
Right.
I don't know if
Blowing out a
it's the
little bit
way
of
that
air.
I learn. I don't remember ever being taught how to do that. I think it just came naturally.
I haven't been able to teach my daughter how to blow her nose. And this is like the most frustrating thing because I cannot teach her. Like when she gets sick, I'm like, just blow out of your nose. And like she doesn't understand that. Like she's not an idiot, but for some reason blowing her nose is something that just is too advanced. And that was the fucked up thing too, is the two women that are standing there as she's crying and freaking out, and I'm trying to dry her off and stuff, are like, it's just like blowing your nose. And I finally told them, she doesn't know how to blow her nose, okay? And the woman looked at me like I was an insane person, but it's the damn goddamn truth. She can't blow her nose.
I can't get my son to swallow. He like just dribbles out his mouth constantly. But he is only 10 weeks old.
I was about to say, he's not 5.
No,
so.
he's only 10 weeks old. I do have a bad feeling it's going to be a problem because I'm always like, come on, man, just like you're drooling all over me right now. Because you don't know how to do this.
I thought every kid picked their nose too, and she doesn't pick her nose, and she gets these boogers that are the size of, like, I've never seen boogers like the boogers my child gets. They're just the biggest, fucking greenest, scariest thing. It's like, man, if you could blow your nose or pick your nose or something, you need something to you need to work something out.
This is the only time I'm going to tell you this, but pick your nose.
Just don't eat it.
Come on, Bale, get up there. This is actually way harder to load this bale up than I thought it would be.
Oh, you got the tractor at home now?
Yeah, I'm in the back of the field
trailer,
trying to... Oh, God.
Try that inverted mouse.
You tried what?
This is probably that inverted mouse.
It could be that inverted mouse. It's hard to even get the bale in the right spot on the trailer to then let it go to maximize the space potential, which I'm not doing at all.
What do you think these trailers are called? Like, where would they be at?
Loading trailer. I don't... tipper.
Tipper? Yeah.
Oh, God, I almost just bought one because I clicked too fast.
1,000 liter. Oh my, I got some weird audio thing happening right now. Can you hear it?
No.
It's real bad.
Though some people did say in the last video that I posted today of Sky Factory that, God, this bale just rolled all the way off this thing. That your audio, every time you talked, it was just pure crackly. And I don't remember that happening. I remember you were having audio issues at one point, but I don't remember it ever coming through.
Oh, my sound card died on my onboard sound card. I've replaced it at this point, but yeah, there's one that's 19,000.
No, I'm losing the bales, man. I don't know. Oh my God, you can't do this. You just can't do this. It's impossible.
Actually, this one is 25,000.
If this thing is on a hill at all, these bales just roll off of the trailer. I'm gonna have you try this thing in a minute because I can't do it right. I might just have to stick him from the side. Maybe I somehow got the first one I put on there to stand upright, but that was complete like luck of the way it flipped when I the way it went when I pulled out.
Yeah, I think we should get a bigger, whatever the hell these things are called. I forgot already.
Tipper.
Tipper, yeah. There's one that can hold 21,000 liters or units, whatever the fuck these are, liters.
How much does it cost? Oh God! Oh my God! Mistake.
25,000, I think is what it was. Is it snowing right now?
It'd probably be pretty bad for our farm if it does.
Yeah, I know, right? But what is that little cloud? Looks like a snow cloud to me.
I don't see any snow clouds.
Up at the top of the screen, or beside the time, to the left of the time.
Oh, I think it's just a rain cloud, but I guess I can see how you would think it's a snow cloud. Oh, do it. Tip it up. Oh, God dang it. People are probably like, "Oh my God, Jeff."
Come back and show you how it's done.
These sideways bales. Oh, that one's staying. That one's staying. I'm only gonna be able to transport like 8 of these at a time.
You serious?
Yeah.
What if you could put them in the tipper?
That would be way better. And it's off the other end. Okay, I'm evacuating this trailer. You can you can play with it. Yeah, I definitely need all the help in the world because this thing is just ridiculous. I wish I could just put them up and then turn them onto their side to make this thing easier.
Is there anything you can do? Is there a tool like kind of like your chainsaw, a personal bale fork?
I don't know. I'm gonna try to cut it though. It won't let me cut it. Try to cut the bale in half so it stays easier. Does not work. Let's find out. Is there any in baling technology? I would guess it would be. No. No, there's not.
All right.
I am kind of curious if the tipper will work. Are you with the tipper somewhere right now?
Yeah. I'm coming back there. I'm almost there. But we bought that thing. We own it, Jeff.
We do own it. I'm sure it'll be good once we learn how to use it better. The square bales, it wouldn't be a problem.
There was 2 different trailers. Maybe we got the wrong one.
It's possible. There you are with the tipper. There. I'm actually
this one bale inside of the truck here.
Did you see the big strap on the back though? I had another one in there. It did not stay. I'm way at the back of the field. I'm taking the tipper back there because I'm curious to see if it'll actually work. I doubt it, but we'll try. So you see how I got one up there?
Yeah.
I had one up on its side, but then it stayed well, but then unfortunately I tipped it and it didn't work anymore.
What is the Ursus T127? It says a bell collector eases the collection of bells. I don't know what that is.
The Ursus T127. I think that'll actually pick up bales if you drive next to them.
And hold them?
I think so.
8 bells, it says.
It does round bales. Yeah, I think it might be well worth it, but we don't have enough money. We'd have to lease it. Here, you give this thing a try and we'll see if we have to lease it. I don't know why you're picking up the one that I already had, but
I was gonna organize it on here better. Don't get mad at me, wife.
I'm trying to think what it says. It says I can enter a vehicle from here. Oh, I can enter this one. That was pretty far away.
Do you have the bell fork on here right now?
Yeah.
Doesn't look any fucking different.
It does not look any different.
I'm wondering.
Let's see if I can. Can I hold it? Oh my god, did that work?
Well, it was coming off.
I could fasten it down right now, but you probably could put another one next to it. On this side? It's raining pretty hardcore. It does look like snow, actually. Is it snowing?
I think it is, man.
Are
Can
we?
we see? Is like, is there a way we could see?
I um. I don't know. I don't see anything that tells us.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah, I see nothing that tells us that. Why does this thing tell us we have 0 bales of hay? I guess
because they're not stored in
there's
the
not in the
barn.
silo, yeah. Oh, you're not going to try to put another one on the other side of it?
I feel like I could do a better job on the other side of the actual tractor if I'm gonna do that.
You know what's funny? I could fasten this thing right now. Ugh. Look at that fast. Look at that tension belt. So I could definitely fasten these down right now in the way you have them, but... So it looks like you don't need this tipper after all. Did we get all the canola out?
Yeah, all the canola's been sold.
So I can take this out of here then. Go check my wheat field and see if it's...
Well, we got that one that needs to be harvested.
Oh, the other one still needs to be harvested?
Yeah,
I can start
'cause that
doing
went and
that.
sold.
Especially since it's winter.
My question is, for the square bells, can we just pick them up?
By hand?
Yeah, because you can in real life.
That's true. You can in real life. Where's the cultivator at? There it is. So you know it's kind of funny, like, you can fill up at that station that you were at, right?
Yeah.
What about if we aren't... if we're out of gas? Or out of fuel?
Well, that's when you have to go and actually, like, get it on one of those,
one of those big fuel trucks?
yeah. So my question is, when you go to sell this, does it just unload, or do we have to take this and unload the bells
My
too?
assumption is you'll just drive it through and it'll unload, but I have no idea, actually.
Because this
Wait,
is,
I can't thresh during rain or hail.
well, this is hail we're getting. What the
But
fuck's a thresh?
I don't know. Is it the straw swap? No, I just can't do it. I'm not allowed to harvest this field right now.
It's adverse conditions.
Yep, so until... Oops, I just accidentally hit tab. Until that ends, I can't do anything.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I didn't know farmers cared about the weather. I'm coming up to take a look at your handiwork then, since there's nothing else I can do.
This is, it's going pretty well.
Guude will be the baler. Or the bailiff. I guess we'll give you a law degree or something.
That's one I couldn't get on right, though.
If you got that second one on, I want to fasten that down before it's gone. Object too heavy. I understand that. There we go. R. There we go. That should be safe forever.
Good. I wonder if I could put a third one on top of it.
And then unfasten and fasten real quick. I guess it's possible. You can try. It's pretty cool to watch the mechanics of this thing work. Where's the... There we go. Once you're set down, I'm just going to fasten it. I wonder if you can just pull away.
Yeah.
So, are you on?
Yeah.
No.
No, I didn't like that.
Oh God! It made me stand on top of it as if I jumped,
It took you out.
and that bale is gone.
Run away, Bale!
It's what you can't stop it. It literally just makes you jump on top of it.
Well, I guess in between episodes, maybe it'll stop hailing, and I can get these bales loaded up.
All right,
We
guys.
can see about selling them. See you guys.
See ya.